When the man asked Eleanor to dance, she almost said no. She was 71. Her knees were not what they were. And besides, she told herself, she had forgotten all the steps. What she didn't know yet was that he hadn't. Eleanor had not danced in 14 years. Not since the night of her daughter's wedding, when her husband Jim had pulled her onto the floor one last time before his hip made dancing, and then most other things, impossible. After Jim passed, dancing felt like a language with no one left to speak it with, a door she had quietly closed and stopped thinking about. She went to the community center that Thursday evening only because her friend Patricia had called 3 times. She wore a blue cardigan. She told herself she would stay for 1 hour. The room smelled of old wood floors and chrysanthemums, and something faintly like her mother's house. She stood near the edge of things, the way she had learned to stand these last few years. She was standing near the refreshment table, feeling that particular kind of invisible that comes over older women in crowded rooms, when a man appeared at her elbow. He was perhaps her age, perhaps a year or 2 older. White hair, a slightly crooked smile that suggested he had spent some portion of his life finding things quietly amusing. "Would you like to dance?" he said. She looked at him. She looked at the dance floor. "I don't really." "Neither do I," he said. "But I think we should anyway." There was something in the way he said it. Not charming, simply honest and a little funny, and directed at her specifically, as though he had looked around the room and decided she was the one person worth being honest with. She laughed. She could not remember the last time a stranger had made her do that. He did, in fact, know all the steps. He led her carefully and unhurriedly, with the easy confidence of someone who had danced enough to stop thinking about it, as though there were no audience, no judgment, no awkward knees or forgotten rhythms, only the music, and the two of them, and the slow, forgiving motion of a waltz. She found the steps coming back to her one at a time, like words in a language she had thought she'd forgotten, but had only stored somewhere deep and patient. Her body remembered. That surprised her. Halfway through the song, something shifted in her chest. Not dramatically, not like a scene in a film, just quietly, the way light changes when a cloud moves. She felt, for the first time in a long time, like she was still herself. Not the woman who managed appointments and reminded her children about birthdays. Just herself. Still here. Still someone whose body knew how to move to music. When the song ended, they stood without speaking for a moment, the way people do when something small has unexpectedly meant something. Then she looked at him more carefully, at the line of his jaw, the particular way he held his head when he was listening. Something in the shape of his hands that she couldn't name, but that felt known. The way certain places feel known even on a first visit. "I know you," she said. It wasn't a question. He smiled, not with surprise, but with something more like relief. The smile of someone who has been waiting for a specific moment and is glad it has finally arrived. "I was wondering when you'd remember." His name was Frank. They had been neighbors, 18 months on Crescent Street, the house with the yellow shutters. 1981. She had moved away suddenly. A job. The kind of move that life makes before you've had time to consider what you're leaving behind. He had thought about her. He had thought about her for a very long time. The band played 3 more songs that night. They danced to every one. Not perfectly. Her knee gave a small complaint during the 3rd song, and she shifted her weight, and he adjusted without being asked, smoothly, as though they had danced together for years rather than for one evening in a hall that smelled of chrysanthemums. She did not stay for the 1 hour she had promised herself. She stayed for 3. Patricia found her at the coat rack at 9:10, with an expression on her face that Patricia would describe later to anyone who would listen as something she had not seen on Eleanor in 14 years. Eleanor did not argue the point. Outside, the night was cool and very clear. She walked home a different way than usual, not for any particular reason, simply because she felt like taking the longer route. Is there someone from your past that you've never quite stopped thinking about? Just their first name. Leave it in the comments below. You never know who else might be reading. And if this story made your heart feel something, please share it. Someone out there needs to hear it today.